What is the page name? Page 1, right? Page 1. On page 1, you see first name is set to Harsha. So that means which activity is executed? Base activity. Base rule is executed. So the same flow I am going to execute now for another work object. I am choosing gender female and submit. So now also the activity would have been executed. Go to clipboard again. 27, right? Where is page 1? What is gender? Sorry, what is the first name? So that means which activity has been executed? Circumstance version. Okay. See, when you are executing this flow, when you execute this flow, here once after this is completed, based on the gender value selected. So this is executing example activity. It is coming here to the example activity. And now when it comes here example activity, it has base version and circumstance version. Now it has to decide which one to execute. So what it is doing, it is selecting the, looking at the property, condition property. What is the condition property? Gender. If you select gender female, circumstance version is being executed. If you select gender male, base version is being executed. Okay. So creating one rule with the same name again in the same version, but putting some condition on the rule for its execution. Circumstancing means creating multiple versions of a single rule based on certain condition. So if the condition is met, PRPC will execute circumstance version. If the condition is not met, PRPC will execute base version. Okay? Clear? Yeah. See now what rules you can circumstance. This is the activity which I have circumstance. You can circumstance sections, flows, flow actions. Any rule you can save as and do a circumstance if the option is available under the save as drop down. Specialize by circumstance. Property you cannot circumstance. Operator you cannot circumstance. Access groups, classes, this cannot be circumstanced. Only sections, flow actions, flows, decision tables, decision trees. Like this you can go ahead and do circumstance version. Okay, let's go ahead and write down this is what circumstancing basic example. You want to write basic example? Write example, then we'll go ahead with scenario. Write down this example, create an activity, example act with these steps. Page 1, property set, is the first activity. This is the first activity, write down example act. Let's write down create an activity, example act. It is still
security tab ఇంకేంటారా
utility type security tab లో utility అని చూస్ చేయండి activity type is equal to utility
వర్క్ క్లాస్ ని మెన్షన్ చేశారు సెక్యూరిటీ టాబ్ లో
నేనేం చేయలేదు ఇదంతా ఆల్రెడీ ఉంటుంది all this will be there just select activity type utility that's it pages and classes anyway create a page for work class only
okay
and this is done. Once this is done, write down create a circumstance version for this activity. Creating circumstance version for the above activity. creating circumstance version for the above activity. So this is the activity rule form. Save as drop down, choose specialize by circumstance. Okay, choose specialize by circumstance. Once you select this specialize by circumstance here, you're not required to change the name. If you change the name again, it will become different activity. Okay, so select here circumstance by property and date, and here you select the property gender equal to value female. Already male ki rasaru meer base activity. Female. Created open. Okay, create and open. So now in this will be opened. Okay, so now change the property set to value to Lata. Write down. Make changes in step 2 value. Everything else will be same. Okay, only the value I am changing from male name to female name. Okay, done. Now, next I'm going to close these things. Create a flow like this. You should have this gender cut must be selected. Otherwise, it will execute always base rule. Okay. Create a flow like this. Activity you will call here, and here you call customer details flow action.
దాంట్లో 500 తీసుకోండి తీసుకోండి. హర్ష సర్కమ్స్టాన్స్ బై రూల్ సెట్ గురించి చెప్పలేదు.
చేసాం ఆల్రెడీ మనం.
అది డేటా ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్.
See, you are creating the same version in same rule in different rule set. Same rule in different rule set version. We have already done that. That is not required. You will not choose that way. You will go ahead with save as and choose different rule set version. Okay. So now, right now, there are two types of circumstancing available. There are two types of circumstances available. After this, we will see business scenario. First one, single property circumstance. Single property circumstance. Second one, is multi-property circumstance or template circumstance. Right. A circumstance can also be qualified by date. Okay, see here, full stop. See here, when I'm selecting a property, I can also choose a date property and choose start and end dates. So what happens if I choose start and end dates? I want to give a discount based on some condition, but this discount should be valid only for this month. Only 1 month. What should I do?
Specialized and date property between the condition.
అంత అవసరం లేదు ఇక్కడ చూడండి యూ కెన్ సెలెక్ట్ డేట్ ప్రాపర్టీ స్టార్ట్ డేట్ అండ్ డేట్ దిస్ సర్కమ్స్టాన్స్ విల్ వర్క్ ఓన్లీ విత్ ఇన్ దిస్ రేంజ్ ఆఫ్టర్ ద ఎండ్ డేట్ ఈస్ బ్రీచ్డ్ సో ఎండ్ డేట్ ఈస్ నెక్స్ట్ మంత్ ఫస్ట్ దిస్ మంత్ 31st okay once 31st is done first once from next month first onwards even though the condition is met this will not work. Okay, this is why qualifying by date. Okay, so where you are adding a property condition, apart from it you can also add date property start and end dates, so the circumstance will work only for this period of time. Okay, one property here, this is single property. Okay, so first we'll work on single property. So what we have worked now is single property only. Write down. Single property circumstance involves one property in the condition. Single property circumstance uses only one property in the condition. Write down. Multi-property circumstance అరే ఈయన వాట్సాప్ వాళ్ళు okay, so write down multi-property circumstance involves multiple properties in the condition. Okay, full stop. So we will work on first single property circumstance. What we have worked now is single property only. We'll write a business scenario. So the same one let's try to do using circumstance. What we have done using decision tables and all. Implement the decision table scenario. Write down. Single property circumstance. Implement decision table scenario using circumstance. So now tell me what rule. Implement the same scenario of decision table using circumstance. So now what rules we need to circumstance? Okay, insurance type is the property which involves in circumstance. Fine. But what rule we will do circumstance? Condition property is insurance type. What is the circumstance rule now? No decision they have shape at all. I need to circumstance some rule, right? Huh? Property is the condition property. In the circumstance condition, you will use insurance type property. Fine. But what is the rule that I need to circumstance? Which sections? Transaction information section on insurance type property. Personal and commercial, we have screens, right? So that one we need to circumstance. Okay, you can do that. or anything else other than sections we can circumstance. You can circumstance flow action also in this scenario, or you can do this by using flow circumstance also. Flow also you can circumstance, section you can circumstance, flow action you can circumstance, flow you can circumstance. Anyways you can do this scenario. Okay, let's go ahead with section. Okay, so right now create an empty section. What is an empty section? We'll create this. So this one, yeah, first we'll create a paragraph and include the paragraph into one of the section. So see, we have a situation, right? When you do not select personal or commercial, we need to display a message. So that message section, I will take it as a base section where there is no insurance type at all. Okay, right on. So you will understand how to use a paragraph also from this. Just create a paragraph first. Paragraph rule is advice, but the process flow kada we done kelledu same screen kada. Now same screen it will not be possible. It has to be done in different way. Okay, fine, no issues. Just simply create a paragraph, and you can this one, you know, right? You can write down something here, coloring and all, something you can do. So let's write, dear customer, please choose insurance type, personal or commercial. Okay, but in this scenario you cannot implement that. Going back and all will not work. Let's see that. You have to follow different procedure. Okay, create a paragraph with some information, whatever it is. Create a section. So the section name I am going to give vehicle information section. Vehicle info SCC. So get this paragraph, drag and drop the paragraph into the section and then save it. Like how you will drag and drop a property. Paragraph, drag and drop onto user interface, paragraph, right? Drag and drop onto section. Done. So this is the base section I am going to use. Okay, next I am going to create a circumstance versions for this section. Okay, write down. Create a circumstance version for the above section with when insurance type is equal to personal. Create a circumstance version for the above section when insurance type is equal to personal. Insurance type is equal to personal. Okay, I am going to how to create a circumstance version. Specialized by circumstance, you know this. Specialized by circumstance, and what is the property? Involves insurance type. Insurance type is equal to PV. Right now. Insurance type is equal to PV. Create and open. See, if you want to test it, you can test it in this way. Create a date property X, date, select it and select today date and tomorrow date. Test the same thing after 2 days. Otherwise, start date, end date, select today, test it today, test it tomorrow. Circumstance will not work because it is only 1 day. Okay, so you can test in that way. Fine. Proceeding further, creating this one. Now I will customize this. Okay, delete this paragraph, and which section I need to include here? Drag and drop personal vehicle information section. Into this, drag and drop personal vehicle, remove the paragraph and drag and drop personal vehicle information section. Check in this. So now my circumstance version when insurance type equal to PV is displaying the personal vehicle information details section. Okay. Write down. Create one more circumstance. When insurance type is equal to, you can do like this many number of circumstances. Create one more circumstance when insurance type equal to CV. Create and open. So now what should I do? Delete this paragraph and get commercial vehicle information section, drag and drop here. Check in this. Drag and drop commercial vehicle information section. See now, your vehicle details section has three versions. One is base version, which is having paragraph. Second one is personal, insurance type equal to PV, which is having personal vehicle information section. Insurance type equal to CV, which is having commercial vehicle information section. Okay, now design a flow on your own. Do not disturb the existing flow, which we are going to use further. Create a new flow. So this is just like a circumstance flow. Okay, INS TYP circum FL. Insurance type circumstance. It doesn't matter. We are not going to reuse it. You can give any name. A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z. Okay. So first screen is customer details, and second screen is transaction details, and then third screen is vehicle details. Fourth screen is address details. Right? 4 assignments. So here you call customer details. So it doesn't matter of customer details, but I want to make sure it is a continuous flow. Second one is transaction. And third one is what is that? Oh, we did not create a flow action. Huh? Third one, you create a flow action. What is the flow action name? Vehicle details FA. Here itself you can create from here also. It's called the vehicle details section. See, once after you are done with circumstance, you write down one point, create flow action for this. That's it. Create a flow action for this. The flow action is vehicle details FA. So this is vehicle details. And then last one is address details. See here now. So when you execute this flow, when it comes to vehicle details flow action, okay, when it comes to vehicle details flow action, where is it? Vehicle details flow action has the section vehicle details SCC. Once it is encountered vehicle details SCC, it will look for which one to load in this. It has 3 versions, right? So which version to be loaded, it has to decide. It will verify the condition. What is the condition? Insurance type. If insurance type is equal to CV, into the flow action to load this section. PV means this will be loaded, base means base will be loaded. Right? Clear? There are doubts. Right? So let's run it and test it. Personal I might choose. Submit this. Okay. So let me choose CV, otherwise commercial. Submit this. So the flow action, vehicle details flow action will load with vehicle details section. Vehicle details section now has loaded which version? Insurance type commercial. Submit this, it will go to address details. So if you have chosen personal there, it will be displaying personal. If you do not choose anything, it will display paragraph. That's it. Okay. So this is how a circumstance can be used to circumstance sections, flow actions, flows or activities, whatever you want. Okay. Execute the flow and test it. I don't execute the flow and test it. Okay, next. Next topic is circumstance. Programming. We'll go into PRPC topics now. Harness. PRPC topics. Write down. Take the notes. Flow action. After this, we'll see harness. Flow action. Put a heading. Flow action. So, what is a flow action? Before we go into flow action, just look at here. See, there is one of the debugging tool available, Live UI. So far, what are the debugging tools we have seen? Tracer, clipboard. Okay. Where am I? Where am I used to debug? What? Where am I used to debug? Workflow. And tracer is used to debug many types of tools. Flows, activities, data transforms, user interface, sections. That is at the tracer level, business logic, coding level. And clipboard is to debug to see the what is the data pages and all. Okay, pages information. And Live UI is used to debug the user interface to know what components are being used in order to build the user interface. Okay, say suppose my application is running like this. New capture customer details flow. I have executed. See, I want to know. So some developer has developed it. I want to know what is the section used in order to design this section name. How would I know today? I have to go to the respective class and then, so it is difficult in real time to find out what class, what section, what property. You cannot go like that. It is not at all possible. Okay, exactly what is being used here today. If you want to know, you need to click on Live UI and then mouse over onto the user interface. See, it is giving something highlighted. This is the layout for this section, right? Here is an arrow mark. If you click on this arrow mark, it will show you immediately the first one is the section which you have used. Capture customer details SCC. Okay, so in this, if you go ahead and click on this one, it will open in the Designer Studio. When it opens, what I can do, I can understand this is created in this class. See here, let me open operator profile. When I open operator profile, I want to know what is the section used for this. This is the screen, right? PRPC screen, they have designed it. If you go to Live UI, mouse over onto it, this is the layout. Click on this arrow mark. Section name is General. If you click on this, you will come to know, okay, this section name is General. It is available in the class Data Admin Operator ID, which is there in the rule set Pega Desktop. Okay, so like this, you can debug the user interface to see what rules are being used in constructing the user interface. Okay, right up. What did you write? Flow action. Huh? So live your IOS no need, right? No need, write down flow action. This one, keep in mind, we will be using flow action. So what is a flow action? Flow action అంటే ఏంటి? What is that? Flow action. What you know so far? Flow action.
Flow action will be selecting the sections.
Yeah, flow action is like a container for a section, okay, which is used to render the UI. So now the definition of flow action is a process rule which moves the work object from one assignment to other assignment in a flow. Okay, right down. Flow action is a process rule. Flow action is a process rule which moves MOVES, which moves the work object from one assignment to other assignment, which moves the work object from one assignment to other assignment in a flow. Right down. There are two types of flow actions available. There are two types of flow actions available. See, multi-property circumstance we did not see, right? Remind me tomorrow once we come, I will show you, but no need to do example. Okay. And you will never use multi-property circumstance. No problem. There are two types of flow actions. First one is connector flow action. Connector flow action. Second one is local action. Second one is local action. Connector flow action and local action. See, connector flow action is the one, write down, connector flow action. First one, connector flow action. A connector flow action performs an action and moves the work object from one assignment to other assignment in a flow. A connector flow action performs an action and moves the work object from one assignment to other assignment in a flow. Okay, next. Second one. See, so far what we have worked is connector flow action. Okay, write down. Second one, local action. A local action performs an action. But it will not move the work object. It performs an action, but it will not move the work object. That is, the work object will be still at the same assignment. The work object will be still at the same assignment. Okay, right now. A local action can be created same as flow action. It can be created same as flow action. How you will create? Right click on process, create flow action. That is same as local action can be created same as flow action, but after it is created, under action tab, used as drop down, we need to choose local action. Write down. A local action can be called from controls, second one flow under design tab. Third one assignment shape. So these are the places we can go ahead and call local action. Right down. Example of local actions is attaching documents to work object, pop-up screens, etc. Write down for document attachment, for attaching documents, PRPC has predefined local actions, add attachments, add multiple attachments, etc. So we'll work on this tomorrow, local actions. Okay. Red చూద్దాం. So I'm going to close the meeting. We'll meet tomorrow to continue to work on the things.